I'm doing something right.
And then you see the dot done from your opponent, and then, oh, guess you're not doing something right.
Yep, and then, of course, begs the all-important question. How?
No, that's my line.
Okay, fine. So, Rick, when that happens, it begs the all-important question.
How? And we're off and... Fred?
This isn't...
Okay, well, at least we don't have a sword there.
Okay, good. Let's see, this isn't random, but it is.
Well, that was kind of vanilla there. One of those take any roads.
And we have sword.
Oh, that's a nice find there for Eunos. Give the man a sword, and, well, we'll see how that goes. And he might be able to get lucky with a Armos item here as well. Let's see. Nope, just a staircase. But we now know where there's a candle and how much it costs.
Always good to find a candle there, especially when it's close to a warp there. One thing you're noticing, Paratroopa also finding one of the Armos statues. Unfortunately,
guys, before he gets in.
Yeah, but that does tell us some information along the fact of the Armos statue is going to be in the east somewhere.
And all he missed out on was the potion shop, but he's going to be tempted to get back there. So this is the Elite 8 here, the Elite 8 flags. What are the differences that these runners are going to be facing during this run through Hyrule?
Well, from the Swiss bracket, the Swiss flags, normally, we had some increases here. When we put the bracket flags, we added second quest rooms, which added the new staircases, things like that. But now here we're going to add even a little bit more difficulty to things. What we're going to have here is we're going to have second quest doorways. Now what that means is we're going to have the walk through walls feature added. That means you could bomb, you can be, wait, I can get up there. You have to push against the wall and walk through it. The other big thing we're going to have is second quest enemies are going to be involved here. And that means we're going to see things like the sword beam shooting Stalfos, and more importantly and more, disappointingly, we're going to have red bubbles.
One other enemy, though, we're going to deal with. The super ropes. And we do know that whiz robes are out here in the overworld.
Right, but the red bubbles are an enemy that definitely adds a new layer of strategy to these flags. Because what they do is, unlike the bubbles in the first quest, and there's something else you'll see there that we forgot to mention, is second quest Overworld, as Eunos tried to bomb Monaco Rock and didn't get anywhere. So that's the third thing we'll get into, which we'll address in 1 second. But as I said, red bubbles, they make it so that you permanently have lost your sword, and there are only certain ways you can get that back.
Hi, Blue Wish Robes. This is exactly what you want to see when you're still looking for an item. And by the way, deceptive hints. You're not going to get any hint shops that will give you important information.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to go ahead and find the Armos item here. It's the Raft. The Raft is the only one of the Overworld exploration items that doesn't get a boost in usefulness from being on second quest. Now, second quest Overworld means there are more spots with push blocks for power bracelet usage, and there are several more spots that the recorder can be used to open up dungeons, so it adds new life to both of them.
We have our first dungeon, level 1, over in the Forest Shop.
Yeah, and level 1's a great dungeon to find here because it's still going to have the 2 items. Even though we're playing with all of these second quest things, we're still playing with the first quest dungeons. So we're still going to have 2 items here in level 1, the staircase item and the floor item.
I don't know if you pointed this out. There's one other major difference here. We're going to maybe see it with these Dark Nuts. Enemy HP, well, in the beginning of the bracket, it was plus or minus 2. Now it's plus or minus 4.
Yeah, and that can make for some very interesting Cs because you could have 1 HP orange whiz robes, or you could have 8 HP orange whiz robes. I can tell you which one I prefer.
That's your enemy, your competitor getting 8 HP and you getting the 1.
Yeah, but then we're on different seeds, and that's a whole different bed of worms there.
I know. We did find level 9, by the way, and this is very much a patience game here for Paratroopa here, about down to 3 bombs. This is annoying here because of the fact that you have to deal with the red bubbles, and anytime you get hit by them, you gotta touch those blues. But not the blue things that are moving around with swords. Because they hurt.
Yeah, let's just be thankful there's a blue bubble in this room, because sometimes you'll have rooms full of red bubbles where there are no blues.
Sometimes you'll have a dungeon where there's no blues.
I thought there was supposed to be at least 1 blue in every dungeon.
I don't know if Fred changed it, but I know I've seen some dungeons or some small levels like levels 1 where you don't have that guarantee of a blue bubble somewhere.
So speaking of these red bubbles, Rick, what are the ways you can get your sword back aside from catching a blue one?
Well, you can go ahead and drink down a potion. That's the book. You don't want to see the book. That's a lot of effort there for nothing. You can go to a fairy fountain. It can't touch just a normal fairy that only gives you 3 hearts. It's got to be one of the fairy fountains. You can grab the Triforce, or you can do a save and quit.
And you'll notice there, Paratrooper went in to kill that Room Keys, and oh wait, I don't have my sword.
So now he's going to go back over here to this room that he went and grabbed he went to see the book out of, and now he's going to touch up the blue, touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
Wait, so I thought they were bubbles, not fuzzies.
Don't they look fuzzy?
No, they look staticky.
Fine. And Paratroopa's pushing that push block. He wants to see if this is a segmented level 1, because remember, we are still dealing with shapes, which of course is why we're still dealing with first quest dungeon mechanics.
Yep, and to answer the question in chat, why not pick up the book anyway? The reason is because the book adds a mechanic to the wand where it's going to turn the wand beam
HUD clip
into a fire. And yes, we have some HUD clip action over on Eunos' side. The reason we don't want that fire is because it's going to do a couple of things. 1, it makes the wand much laggier. 2, you can actually hurt yourself on the fire, and it's not a good thing. So those are the two reasons you don't want to pick up the book. If we have another setting on called Boomstick, where the book turns the wand into a bomb explosion. What?
Greenleaf, did you see what was on the coast?
I did, and I'm disappointed.
Why?
Because no one's going to come back and get it.
Well, the boomerang could be important this seed.
It could very well be because of that plus or minus 4 HP. So it definitely could be important because you could use that to, be able to kill enemies like, Gorias, for example. And to answer your question from chat, the Armos item was the raft. Both of our owners picked it up from the eastmost Armos, which was directly above where level 1 is currently.
Level 8 found. And one mechanic that we didn't mention earlier is regarding the second quest, Walk Through Walls. As Eunos is checking that right now, seeing if he has. There's a bomb wall. Anyways, so the Walk Through Walls, you will never see them in levels 1, 3, or 7.
And that is because they don't exist in 1, 3, or 7 in the vanilla game, so they don't exist here. Also, speaking of things that don't exist right now, a level 8 that's traversable because we need the ladder.
So Eunos is going to say goodbye to that, and we're going to say hello to this fairy fountain that takes the place at level 5.
Ew, did you see the price of that bait?
I missed the price of that bait.
That was an 80 rupee bait.
That seems very, very expensive and very... Well, actually, I don't know if that's the minus 20 or the plus 20 end of it.
Yeah, that's why I said ew, because you don't know which one's which.
101 is the only large secret, and don't forget, because we are dealing with a second quest Overworld, that is the only of the large secrets. So the medium secret's above normal, the small secret's above normal, and the large secret is one above its average.
Yep, so also take a look at these 2 screens you see Eunos on right now. Well, this screen and the screen he was about to clip on before he died. The reason I mention those is because those 2 screens can potentially have caves on them that you need the ladder to access.
And these runners will not get any hints about where anything is as far as dungeons are concerned because, well, we are dealing with deceptive hints, so they are not... Well, I'm sorry, we're dealing with... Yeah, well, we're dealing with stuff that these guys are not going to get many hints for at all in this seed.
Yeah, just suffice to say that if you come across a hint shop, it's going to troll you.
Yep, and there's Paratroopa getting the news that there is not much that's going on here. Community hint's not deceptive, so we've been correct. I've been corrected.
So the commentary is deceptive, not the hints.
Yes, the commentary is deceptive.
So why do they let us work together again?
They were drunk.
Fair enough. And that was the expensive meat for 80 rupees because we have the inexpensive one for 71 here. And Eunos gonna go back for a second, think about it, and then say, nah, I'm good.
We find where the magical sword is. It's up here on Death Mountain. As Paratroopa needs to be kind of careful, would like to get in this cave to find out what it is. Otherwise, it becomes a loose square, and we know how loose squares are in this game.
It's always the last place you check for the dungeon you're missing.
And we find a dungeon over here in the top left corner. It's level 5.
Never a fun thing to see a dungeon up in this far corner of Death Mountain, especially a level like level 5, because it's going to be significantly larger than some of the early ones, and has a very good chance of being, you know, blocked in some way, mostly ladder, but beautiful, beautiful manhandle kill by Eunos.
That's Eunos knowing how to kill those things. So we do have a tea room here, which means there's going to be another way to get to the other side. There could be a bomb wall on that right of that I can't wait to bomb some Dodongo's hint room.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of things, we have level 7 there from Paratroopa. He's going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce right away. Now, level 7 is an interesting dungeon, and I wouldn't be surprised if Paratroopa just noped on out of here and didn't bother going back in.
Yeah, he's gone.
And the reason being is because 7's going to be on the larger side. It's going to probably statistically be the third largest non-9 dungeon behind 6 and 8. But because, you know, you find a super, super early Triforce, there's zero need to go back in there right now. You can come back later if you need to.
So watch that have the bow.
But of course, now Paratroopa did pick up a candle as well, or purchase a candle, which allows him to pick up this heart container here.
Yep, and therefore he's probably going to head to the Lost Woods at some point here to do some burning. So as we mentioned before, there are some items that were very interesting when they were required under previous flags. You're going to see them more regularly needed in these flags. So
yeah, absolutely. Recorder and power bracelet being the two main culprits there.
Level 4 up on Death Mountain as well.
That's good for Eunos here. Finding 2 dungeons, especially 2 up in Death Mountain, is really, really nice. Especially this early in the game, because usually Death Mountain's exploration is, you know, linked to not having bombs. So Eunos having the bombs early and being able to explore it is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Can I get Eunos' manhandle
kill?
That's 2 that have been just spectacular. Can I get those, please?
Bomb upgrade.
And what a bomb upgrade it is. 87 rupees for the full +6 bombs. Seriously, Eunos? Can I get your luck, man? But yeah, gonna go ahead and kill these likes now. And he does have the bombs to play around with. He's probably looking for a key above all else, but he'll take a map, a compass, things like that. But definitely wants a key out of this room.
And there's a key drop right there. And he was playing that room kind of smart because with only 1 heart, if he gets sucked into a pancake, that is a death.
Yeah, nothing good there. And we are going to go ahead and continue on through this room now. Before the question gets asked, Eunos has done some sprite work here, and these are, as you can tell, as he's playing as Marin from Link's Awakening. These are a bunch of Link's Awakening sprites.
Yes, the pancakes, which almost look like pineapple bundt cakes.
Bundt cake.
And Paratroopa desperately trying to get inside of that cave, and he finally is able to do so and finds out that the system is down.
Hyrule has a system?
Apparently so, and it's down. That's an unfortunate key there to see, because that's right in the island that you have no access to. We'll see if he can't get it later, though.
Yeah, Eunos does manage to find the path to continue on, and good thing for him, the Stalfos are 1 HP. Better news for him, we have a Triforce. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to spend a key, and he's going to say, nope, I'm going to pick up a Triforce instead, and let's see what he does afterwards.
Well, he is going to grab a bomb drop, and it gives me the illusion that he's going back to 5 at this point.
Well, now that he has a key to play with, he can absolutely do that. Also, can I say how much I love the cuckoos as P-hats on Eunos' side?
Ooh, Paratroopa getting the clip to the other side at the river, but gets beamed by a Wizro back to start.
That is twice now we've seen our runners get killed on a clip. Which is not something you see happen too often. The enemies with Wizros on the overworld with the beams, that's a thing now.
And one thing Eunos wants to do is keep his beam swords for this room, because otherwise he would have to annoyingly come in and out of this room. And he gets the Triforce in 5. Oh, so spend a key, get a Triforce. Good decision.
Yeah, but now he's going to go ahead and continue on, because he is going to need, more items here. We're still missing a bow. We're still missing a ladder. We know both of those are required. We know the bow is required, of course, because you need the bow and the silvers to beat Ganon. And there are those super ropes you were talking about, Rick.
Yes. And they could be a very big pain in the butt if they get the upward swing of the HP shuffle.
Yeah.
And we have a staircase here. Is this the item?
Nope, it's a segment.
No, it is not.
Or not a segment, because 5 has its own staircase, but nope, it's not. Okay, there's a pretty good statistical chance that this is a segmented 5 based on where that staircase punched us out.
And there's a possibility that this could be a staircase room, and Eunos will have to be careful, and he's going to play this a little easier and gets a clock for his efforts. And it is indeed a push block. Is this the item, or is this another staircase? It's the item. It's the bow!
That's absolutely huge, because as we were just saying, it's one of the required items needed to beat the game. Getting the bow early is huge. Getting the bow early, buried in a Death Mountain dungeon, is even more ridiculous, because that's not someplace you want to have to come back to, especially if you don't have the recorder.
So he's going to come back in here, and again, he's going to want to try to keep his beam swords for this room, because that way he can take care of all of these little gels without having to leave and come back in, and he'll grab this Triforce, get on out of level 5.
Yeah, the good thing about that room there is gels specifically are super, super easy to dodge. So, especially the player of the Coward, both of these guys, Eunos and Paratroopa, losing Beam Sword in that room, something really, really bad would have to happen.
Absolutely. And that's why Eunos is one of those top runners in this game, and why I'm sitting here doing commentary instead of playing.
Yeah, hey, I'm also sitting here doing commentary.
But you'd like to talk.
And you don't?
Fair point.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but one of us gets paid to do this as a day job.
While the other one mixes drinks.
Yep, and we both have fun. Speaking of having fun, we're having fun watching Eunos dive back into 4, and he's going to be looking for the item in here now.
Yeah, he's got a suspicion that there's something over in that key door that he had over on the left side where he grabbed this Triforce. So he's going to investigate it. And that's going to come up to be very empty, as there's not much you can do in that room.
Nope, but you will notice, as we saw, there were some sword-shooting Stalfos.
And he's going to go ahead and try to push the face against the wall here to see whether or not it's one of those kind of walk-through walls, because level 4 can have them.
Nope, but we did have to get hit by some stone traps to continue our way to progress through the rest of level 4.
Hi, Lionels.
I was going to say, my good friend Lionel Richie.
Well, that was almost a sword beam, Richie.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
For Eunos, he would not like to have that happen to him, so he's going to be extremely careful with this blue Lionel, because even touching him will do 2 hearts of damage, and he's going to go see if the sprite set, when he comes back in, is any friendlier. No, I guess not. He's just going to leave that one be. He is a single push block. Is this the road to get to the item?
I didn't think about it at the time, but what I should have done is once, twice, 3 times the Lionel.
Check, please.
No love for Lionel Richie songs? Come on.
We can't do this all night long.
No,
Recorder.
we can't. But speaking of Lionel Richie songs, how appropriate we get the recorder here in level 4.
Yeah, we very well could need that because of all the extra recorder spots that are in the second quest.
Also, Rick, I'm disappointed in you right now.
Why?
Because there was a perfect opportunity for you to even wreck me some more. Because there's a Lionel Richie song called Just Go. You could have told me to just go.
We'll see how I feel in about an hour.
Fair enough. But Paratroopa confirming to us that there is the left and right path through the tea room here. And he's going to be rewarded with the red bubble room. Unfortunately for him, he's going to pass right by the Triforce room.
Yeah, but we also remember what's on this level 5, so it's good that he's not passing by the Triforce room just yet.
That is true. We're also going to get a look at the real bodies of the super ropes as Eunos is going to go ahead and pick up a blue candle.
Looks like the super rope's got the generous end of the plus minus shuffle. I think it's 3 HP. So we find the bomb shop. Bombs are 23 rupees. We do find a bomb upgrade for Paratroopa. So the bomb upgrades were both on Death Mountain.
And what's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing. That's where you want to have the bomb upgrades.
And from the looks of it, this level 5 might not be segmented after all, because it looks like Paratroop is taking the long way around.
It's taking the long way home. Oh wait, that's a different group.
You know, I'm okay if we degenerate into musical puns.
Are you calling us a degenerate?
I'm not saying anything more than that, but we're going to have another manhandle fight over here, and Eunos putting the recorder to use already in the overworld.
Paratroopa gonna have to be careful here. This manhandler, it's trying to get away from him, but he does tackle him. Gets a single heart of the drop. So Paratroopa is going to leave this level 5. He will soon find level 4. And so therefore he may be on his path to getting the recorder, or at least a key to help him get through level 5. I notice we're being asked who's the super tramp.
I will, because I'll give a little bit.
Oh, God. Well, goodbye, stranger.
Is that what we're doing from now on?
As long as we keep it good music.
We do have those. We do have Eunos using the raft, checking one of the 2 raft spots. Those are the same as they are in first quest. We do not get any extra raft spots here. We do get a hard to access jewelry shop. So if you're looking to get some jewelry in Hyrule, there's probably better options.
Well, you're a little late if you're trying to get jewelry now, considering the fact that Valentine's Day is now 13 days ago.
Better late than never, right? I mean, I suppose if Marin really likes it, she could put a ring on it, but...
Oh, no. No. Just no.
What?
Just no.
I just know that Paratroopa purchased a key. Is going back in to purchase another one right now. At 66 rupees, it's not a bad deal.
And so far, you got nothing, you lose. Good day, sir, is the result. As Paratroopa buys 3 keys, is this going to be the decision that helps Paratroopa win this race? We'll see later.
It could be. We know for a fact Eunos has been haunted by key troubles before in the past.
Back into level 4. And just a potion shop. So far, once again, we have not seen anything beneficial out of any of the recorder spots in this game.
There are still plenty more, though, that we can explore.
I think we're actually down to, if my memory serves correct, we're down to 3? No, 4.
We've got Deadwoods.
Yeah, we got the Deadwoods, the one that's just to the left of the northwest-southwest. We've got the one that's near the coast shop as well.
Yep, we've also got the one close to start and vanilla level 2.
Okay, so we got a few more.
Yep, right there by far. That's one of my favorite screens there that Eunos just on, where vanilla level 7 usually is in second quest. And I love that screen because of the fact of, if you don't clip in some way, it requires you to double dip the screen. You have to burn it from one side and then go to the other side. But there are so many interesting methods of clipping into that screen that to get into that bush, that I just love that screen.
Correct. Level 6 has not been checked. Second quest level 6, but Eunos finding on the coast, level 2.
Level 2, always a fun dungeon to find. It's going to be relatively small. We're going to have one item, which is usually going to be pretty easy to find because it's on the floor. And I thought that was the any key, but that's just a regular key.
And that is a ladder block, but we don't know that for certain yet because, well, maybe there's a bomb wall. Maybe there's a walkthrough wall.
Maybe there's neither.
Maybe there's a quick exit out of this level 2. So we do know that the ladder is going to be required for at least 2 dungeons.
Yeah. Always fun.
For us, yes. For the runners, no.
Yeah, Paratroopa going to go ahead and figure out where he needs to go, and he's going to go ahead with 1 heart, but find the bomb hole!
And we find another take any behind the forest whistle spot. And here's Paratroopa meaning the wrong end of a Lionel.
Is there a right end of a Lionel?
A dead one.
But a dead end means you have to turn around. That wasn't even a pun. You can't even cite that wasn't even a pun.
Well, it's my commentary. I'll sigh if I want to.
And you give me crap because I went with put a ring on it.
Look at this. Our audio. Oh, silver arrows was the white sword item.
That's a great thing to find. Because that's the hardest thing to end up finding in the game is silver arrows, because it can be the one required item that's shuffled into level 9. So finding it early is great. Finding it where you can guarantee, I just need 6 hearts to get it, even better.
So, the candle required to get the silver arrows near the forest. And you won second prize in beauty contest turns out to be a level 3.
Paratroopa, we're going to go ahead and pick up the recorder, which, as we have now determined, is not needed for any overworld exploration per se, but it can get us from place to place.
Oh, there's still 2 spots I don't think we have checked. Actually, 3 spots, and they're the Deadwoods, the west of Deadwoods, and the Grave.
Yes, that is true. I did forget about those ones. But we are in level 1 now with Eunos. He's going to be very disappointed when he comes across this Dark Knight room over here and discovers it's just some book.
Maybe he wants to do some reading.
Well, reading is fundamental.
Maybe Eunos participates in the bucket program. There's the heart container.
Yeah, but if he didn't already have silver arrows, he was guaranteed them now. But Paratroopa are going to go back into level 5, and he's going to be rewarded here. This room is a great thing for him because it's the Triforce. What's bad about this room is he does not have full hearts going in, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier there was a good thing that Eunos had beam swords for that room, and this is the exact reason why.
Eunos now going to go ahead and continue exploring level 1, and oh, look! More ladder. Ooh! Ew!
And he gets grabbed.
Like, there's just nothing good about that room.
It's a room. It did stuff. I got nothing.
It was a bit hands-on, that's for sure.
Well, just keep your hands to yourself.
You giving me any mind?
Wow, Silver Arrow doesn't kill these things.
They got the high end of the shuffle here.
There are other 5 or 6. And name that ink blot. This is the first one we can do this time. I'm going to go with helicopter.
See, I'm going to go with sniper after firing a bullet because there's the smoke coming out of the barrel.
Didn't you study to become a psychiatrist at some point? Ooh, that room with the Dark Nuts and the Vire is the Triforce room.
Yeah, no psychologists. Psychiatrists have PhDs. Psychologists do not. And are we doing Rorschach tests? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Why are we asking about Rorschach tests? And Paratroopa are going to go ahead and find the bow here, which is great for Paratroopa. And this level 1, there is
scrap metal is the second item.
Good about this level 1. Just book and blue boomerang. Just. Ugh.
So now at the 32-minute mark of this seed, would you like to give us a recap of the items we have seen in this seed?
No.
Fine, be that way.
Well, you asked.
Level 1 had trash. Level 2, I don't think we ever saw because there's a ladder block. We haven't seen level 3 yet. We haven't seen level 4. Well, we did see level 4. It's a recorder.
Yes.
5 had the bow.
Yeah.
We haven't seen 6. We have seen 7, but not enough of 7 to know what's in there. 8's immediately ladder blocked. 9, well, 9's 9.
Yeah, and the white sword item was the silver arrows, the Armos item was the raft, and the ladder item is Lord Banana himself.
And the blue Dark Knight is the primary enemy in the room, so you're going to have to kill that to get your Triforce. There we go. As Eunos picks up his 3rd Triforce.
Yeah, the good thing about seeing Book, Blue Boomerang, and Lord Banana now for our runners is that anything that they come across, except for the red candle, is going to be something they're going to want to pick up.
I think Eunos is now to surmise that the room that has the second item of level 1 is going to be the room with the Dark Nuts here. Paratroopa was the one who saw the items earlier, so Eunos is about to get that bad news about the book.
Yeah, Paratroopa found the book in here. He did not find the inferior model. Although
Paratroopa is making this level 5 a little harder than it needs to be because he keeps passing by that room with the gels.
Yeah, that's the one room he needs to kill. Yeah. Am I the only one who sees this room here and is getting immediate vibes of the Room of Requirement from Vanilla?
No, because this is a room of puke.
Yeah, and there is the book, so Eunos is going to be like, oh, why did I waste all my time there? And this does confirm it. 5 is segmented.
Yep, as we see the second staircase. And so, the room requirement has that creative name by Arcus as the Olive Garden. Well, that right there is the dine-in restaurant that makes you sick.
I believe we call that Taco Bell.
I wasn't going to name names. I mean, someday Fiza would like to get a sponsorship, maybe. I don't know.
Did you just sell out, Rick?
No, I'm just trying to keep opportunities up on the table if they ever became available.
Yes, unfortunately for Paratroopa there, he opts to save out of level 5. So that's going to be bad news for him considering how easy that Triforce was. The only good thing for him now is he can whistle back to level 4 if he wants to, but instead he's opting to recorder back to level 7 to see what else he can find in here.
He had to save and quit because he lost his sword, according to what Chad is saying.
Oh, looks like Paratroopa going to go ahead and try to set himself up for... Oh, he had the bufferless clip, but Aquamentus saying, no thank you, sir.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Yep. And the funny part is, if that's the case, he immediately lost the sword again because there's that red bubble right in the beginning of 7.
So now Chad is giving us answers to the questions of where they can get bad food and make himself sick, and... Oh, we're down to one recorder spot left in this game. We do see where the compass is in 6, and we're going to try, well, maybe, if you can stay yourself alive, Paratroopa.
Yeah, the thing right now is don't be afraid to use your bombs in this situation, because you're going to have to use a bomb anyway, more than likely to get through this darkness walking back and forth over it. Or you can, because of that's why you should have you need to bomb that.
He should have used the bombs immediately.
Yep. Yeah, he was too tentative with the bombs.
And we now know recorder was not required this seed. But it does get you a bomb shop and a key shop, and your Eunos is going to buy a key. Paratroopa's taking his time here, and after unfortunately making level 5 out to be a lot longer than it needed to be, this could be time where Eunos is getting himself a big advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. The big thing for Eunos right now is he's got the Triforce out of 5. He's got the Triforce out of 1. He's found both items out of 1. The only thing that could save Paratroopa right now is if this is the ladder or the power bracelet and it's needed to get to somewhere else. Because I don't think Eunos is coming back to... Well, never mind. He's here right now. Never mind. Forget if I said anything.
Yeah, he's just now getting into level 7. But will he go in search in here extensively? Now, again, Paratroopa should consider using his... there's the ladder.
There's the ladder that we were just talking about. So that's a huge, huge find for Para. Now the question's going to be: Is Eunos going to? Eunos is going to go ahead and search through here. Not going to opt to take the Triforce there. So Eunos is going to get rewarded with the ladder if he sticks around here a bit.
Yeah, it depends on how much he ends up going. So we do end up having Paratroopa getting the ladder. That is a big find, and it does open up 2 new caves that we haven't seen so far. And that's a very expensive money penalty here on the Leave Your Life for Money.
Yeah, but at this point, Eunos is... I was going to say, I wouldn't... I thought Eunos was just going to save out of there because he only had explored 4 rooms, but looks like he opted to pay the heart to try and bomb up and gets rewarded with nothing.
He gets rewarded with 1 fewer heart than he had to start. Oh, Paratroopa trying to get around the Gibdos. He almost had it. And that was a very smooth block clip there for Eunos. He made that look effortless.
Yeah, that was just like super easy. I look up, I'm like, oh, he's got a he clipped. Well then, that was fast.
We're still missing 2 levels. We have almost run out of spots here in the overworld, but there are still like 5 different power bracelet spots available to us.
And there's those 2 ladder caves, as you mentioned. So Eunos going to go ahead and get his heart container back that he spent earlier, and he's going to be rewarded now with some ladder.
He's also going to be rewarded with the knowledge of where the Triforce is. Well,
But
he
you
already
have-
knows where the
Let's
Triforce
say
is.
you have to walk by the Triforce to get anywhere in this dungeon.
No, well, he's getting a reminder where the Triforce is. So he's going to grab that ladder, and he's going to go up here and grab this Triforce. Get on out of here. While Paratroopa's searching the desert, it's going to come up empty on his search, but hopefully this will pull him in the direction where the silver arrows are.
Yeah, eventually he'll get there, and he'll end up having to go back to level 1 and 2 at some point. But right now, he's going to go back into level 8. Eunos going to be saving from level 7 as well. Looks like Eunos might be heading back towards level 2. I like Eunos' call here a little bit better, simply because 2 is a smaller dungeon.
Well, we know the recorder's not required to get a dungeon. Could it be required to get something big? No, there's nothing in this room.
Well, that doesn't mean there's nothing yet. We have an early Triforce in level 8. The unfortunate part of this for Paratroopa is he can't pick it up and just leave because he knows he's missing something. The power bracelet is the most likely culprit here, so he's going to go ahead and explore level 8 for a little bit.
Yeah, he has not exhausted all of his recorder spots yet, but at this point, you need to find where that power bracelet is. You in his mind is still looking for where the silvers are as well.
Did you say a Patra bracelet?
No, I did not.
Oh god, Eunos having to fight this Wow. I was going to say, Eunos having to fight the Patra from inside the Patra was kind of insane right there.
At this point, the only way that level 3 or 6, I mean, the only way the power bracelet's not going to be required this seed is if we get that setup where both levels 3 and 6 turn out to be on the river.
Yeah. It'd be kind of fun. But that's the one thing to remember is Paratroopa does not know that silvers are the white sword item yet, so that's also something else in the back of his mind.
There's the Triforce in 2. Eunos thinking about it, and he'll pick it up.
I mean, there's no reason to not pick it up there. You get the full heart refill, and there's only so many more spots in level 2 left you can look. You know, not the worst decision in the world there to just go ahead and pick up the Triforce.
And he's going to go back in, so he is committed on finding what this item in level 2 is going to be.
Well, it's a great call from Eunos here, especially if it turns out to be the power bracelet, because at that point, he doesn't need to worry about getting another item in any dungeon. He can get anywhere he needs to go. So that turns level 8, if this is the power bracelet, into a long dungeon that Paratroopa is doing to a relatively short one for Eunos, because the Triforce is 3 rooms in.
That is very, very correct. And there's the map for level 2, and okay.
I normally don't like to do this, but I'm pretty sure Cactus applies.
Yeah. Fred, you're a madman. That's all I'm gonna say is Fred, you're a madman.
Yeah, this is weird. Apparently we've got 2 people in chat calling out deoxyribonucleic acid.
It amazes me the fact that you're able to say that as fast as you did.
Is it really that big of a deal?
That's the wand in level 2.
All right, so the good thing is for Paratroopa, he is looking like to be making the correct call here in digging level 8.
The bad news is that Eunos now has something that is 2 times stronger than Paratroopa's weapon. And with Wizrobes on the Overworld, that means anything that he's going to find in these dungeons can be hit by that wand.
That is true. And Eunos putting the other property of the arrows to good use, firing them to pick up the bombs from afar.
And Paratroopa wanting to go north, he's down to 1 heart. Gonna have to be careful against these dark nuts. And there's Eunos going from south to north.
Yeah, see, that always impresses me when you get the north-south clip as opposed to the east-west clip.
And Eunos now making his way over to level 8. Pretty much has to conclude that the power bracelet is in here now.
Well, not like I said, not 100% guaranteed because we still have those 2 ladder options here.
Correct, yep.
But statistically, there's a pretty good chance. And statistically, Paratroopa needs bombs before he can kill those Dodongos.
And he will be hoping that there's something good inside of this staircase here with these fires.
Paratroopa's hoping for power bracelet.
Survey says...
Red ring!
He'll take it.
He'll definitely take it. Can I go back to my song from earlier?
What song is that?
Well, what did we just find?
Go ahead.
Nope, no need.
Paratrooper definitely put a ring on it.
See, we can convince you to come to the dark side. We have cookies. But yeah, that wand that Eunos has already coming in huge here as he's able to use it to deal much more damage to the Dark Knights, making fighting them a lot easier.
Yeah, right now you're going to see Eunos slice and dice his way through these rooms to just tear these Dark Nuts apart. And all that effort there for Paratroopa, that is not a push-block staircase.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to have to come back when he finds more explosives.
Well, maybe Eunos can let him borrow some. He's got 14 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So Eunos going to come across the red ring if he goes one more room north, but he does have the bombs to kill these Dodongos, which I wanted him to get the double smoke there.
I was worried that he was going to stay right there and take the hit, but here he goes. And he's going to go into the staircase. Because at this point, again, we know Power Bracelet is about 70% likely at this point. Maybe a little more than that. You've got to find it in this dungeon. If you don't find it in this dungeon, well, you know that there's a level that is ladder blocked.
Also, love the fact that the red ring turns Marin's dress pink. Also, I didn't notice it earlier, but I love how the white sword item is arrows, which is a weapon of violence, and the message was give peace a chance.
Well, you can't give hate a chance.
Well, you can always give peas a chance as well, but I'm more of a broccoli guy myself.
Well, why can't we be friends?
Oh, Paratroopa walking right into and picking up the inferior model. Not going to be too happy with that.
So now Paratroopa has found the unfortunate news of this level 1. And I don't think he's going to kill this room until he finds out he has to kill this room.
Well, there's no reason to kill that room until you know you have to kill that room, because that room's an absolute pain. But now that you know you have to kill the room, you're just like, fine.
Thank God I got a red ring.
Yep.
Remember when these runners had key troubles? Eunos now has 6.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So now we're going to be reciting commercial slogans.
Well, you said we're trying to get branding opportunities here. I'm just trying to help the cause.
Good point.
I'm just here helping the cause, that's all. And now we have pizza cheerleaders in the chat as well.
They're making it great.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy if you ask me.
Beggars cannot be choosers.
Have you met some of the beggars I've met? Because they definitely can be. Yeah, and remember that wand Eunos picked up earlier in 2? Putting it to great use here. Doesn't even care about the red bubbles. Just using the wand and just being like, I'll get my sword back later.
Yeah, like when he leaves this room at this point.
Yeah, that room, not fun though. Good thing about fighting darkness in ladder rooms is they can't cross water. You can.
Look at all the hearts on the floor, and we get our map.
What is that?
Name that ain't plot.
Nightmare fuel.
Oh, yuck.
I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I need an adult.
Paratroopa getting the Triforce out of level 1. We find a Goma room. This is a possible second quest staircase room. And it is.
Do we have ourselves? Nope.
No.
We don't. Gotta love it when it's the troll the staircase. It's just like, no, it's the staircase in the dungeon.
Especially when you're this deep in the dungeon.
Yeah. So Eunos now has found himself a couple of walk-through walls and unfortunately has to run away from the bubble. And oh, looks like we are caught.
He'll be fine. By the way, it looks like Paratroopa just found his silver arrows.
Speaking of silver arrows, you'll shoot your eye out, Rick. So
You'll shoot your eye out.
Eunos has to take that staircase to get to the last 4 rooms of the dungeon.
That's mean.
That's hilarious.
That's mean, but hilarious.
Absolutely.
And finally, Paratroopa getting a bomb drop. And hey, here's a single block that doesn't push. How rude, game.
Very, very rude indeed. So the chat's bringing up a pretty good point here, pretty good question, Rick. I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite trolling hint to see?
The silvers to kill the beast lie somewhere.
And there's the power bracelet we predicted, yeah. That was going to be the one I was going to bring up too, is the silver to kill the beast lies somewhere. Because we had don't take anything or I'll disappear forever show up. That's a fun one. I also like get Raph for 3 easy payments of 250 rupees. Or get ladder, excuse me. That's always a fun one.
And behind power bracelet number 1, we don't have anything you're looking for. Paratroopa is going to be the first one to check these 2 spots along the river. By the way, we do notice that Eunos did not grab something.
He thought he did pick up the triangle there.
I guess if we ever get a up band A, we'll figure it out. But we do find one of our levels is on the river. It's level 6.
So Paratroopa breathing a sigh of relief here because in his mind, hey, power bracelet can be in here. Unfortunately, we know it's in 8. So a good thing for Eunos in here is he can go ahead and when he finds the Triforce, he can just go ahead and pick it up. Bad news, Paratroopa is going to have to dig through a little bit more here.
And we find the compass in level 6, and, well, at least the good thing for Paratroopa is that the Triforce in 6 is kind of deep.
Eunos being, very machine gunny with the use of the silver arrows, and Maya as well. It's the best weapon he has.
And there's the any key.
Early item. Early item in 6 is great there. Unfortunately, Paratroopa just walking right by it.
Yeah, he'll get the heart container. He thinks maybe this room might be the answer to his problems, but it's going to be just the staircase.
Yeah, unfortunately for, or not unfortunately, but Eunos
right next door
to the Triforce. Eunos not picking up the heart container in that staircase room, but both of our runners are going to in sync pick up the Triforce out of level 6, and then they're going to look at this and go bye bye bye.
I don't know if Paratroopa's going to go bye bye bye. Oh, Paratroopa's going for it. Interesting decision here.
Very interesting decision indeed.
Eunos is going to check where the magical sword is normally in second quest. See if that is where level 3 is, which we now know to be power bracelet blocked. There it is.
Ding, ding, ding. We have got ourselves a winner. Good thing for Eunos is, again, he can just go ahead and get the Triforce out of here and just boot scoot boogie on out when he finds it. Of course, he's going to take a peek at the item because, most things he's going to find at this point are going to be something he'll at least, consider using. White Sword, of course, being the biggest thing he can find.
And this year will give Eunos a very sizable lead, and I don't think this is going to be a lead that he's going to relinquish at this point.
No, especially not with having the any key and 14 bombs, because resource management would be the only thing, and having both 14 bombs and any key, there's not a whole lot that I could see going that far wrong for Eunos.
And one thing here is Eunos at this point, yeah, he's checking his sword at this point. He really only needs the sword for one more thing in this game.
And that's Ganon.
That's right. Because he can wand everything else in this game. Wow. Clink, clink, clink. Destroying those red dark nuts.
Yeah, just, that might be one of my favorite lines, though, the "well, excuse me, princess." It's even more hilarious when the owl is saying it to Marin. All right, credit where it's due. Jay Coper with the music and the pun in chat, with Eunos wandsing it all and wandsing it now. Kudos over there. Credit where it's due, my friend.
We get the map for level... okay.
That's just level 9. That's the number 9 let itself go.
That's definitely something.
Yes, it is.
So, Chad, what do you think the Sink Blood is? Oh! So you needed the bow to get in here.
Well, not to get in here. You need the bracelet to get in here. You need the bow to get out.
Ah, I love it when we have ourselves a Goma block.
I don't disagree with you. Goma block is one of the best. And no, Eunos did not pick up the Triforce out of 8. He just had the pause, so he's going to have to go back to 8. Unfortunately, he's going to 9. He's going to get himself a message of one who does not have Triforce cannot go in. And there's the level 5 map, and that's quite interesting.
Yeah, and that shows up the disconnected level 5, and here we go for Eunos.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what did I forget?
Well, Fraggle Rock is an entrance to death.
I mean, Spectacle Rock.
Time to take a look at that menu. There it is, level 8.
Yep, he's like, how did I forget that? It's 2 rooms in. So this just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that it doesn't matter how amazing your skills are at this game, we all do stupid things. We all forget stupid things.
And what is he thinking about right here? Did he forget that he's been to 8? There's an interesting reset right there. I'm going to guess that reset was to reset his whistle count so he could go right straight to 1.
Probably the easiest thing to do there, absolutely.
So off he goes back to level 8. He's going to be kicking himself when he sees that Triforce 2 rooms in. Paratroopa getting the Triforce out of level 5, but he still needs to go back into 8 to get the power bracelet. He also needs to find where level 2 is, because I don't think Paratroopa has found level 2 either.
Yeah, hey Rick, I'm going to be taking over for TG for just a little bit. So, yeah, Paratroopa has not been down on the coast yet, so he still has that to discover, and Eunos finally picks up his level 8 Triforce.
So Eunos picking up the Triforce that he forgot in level 8. Unbelievable. Now he can go to level 8. He can go to level 9. So I don't know what these guys' strategy would be. For me, I wouldn't hesitate stopping at a potion shop before going into 9.
No, potions actually serve a bigger purpose in second quest enemies than just refilling your health. They are quite an efficient way of gaining your sword back, and entering level 9, you don't want to get red bubbled right before Ganon, because we know that sword is the only effective way of harming Ganon before, you skewer it with the silver arrow. So definitely not a bad pickup at all. But
also good to know where the blue bubbles are.
Yeah.
Paratroopa finding level 2. So Eunos is looking for the usual suspects here in this level 9. He's going to be looking to see where the Ganon roar is, which means that Ganon is going to be in an adjacent room. He also would love to see where there is a shutter door that doesn't open up that will represent where Zelda is going to be. Although with Eunos' sprite set, what would take the place of Zelda?
I have no clue what he may have replaced Zelda with. I'm expecting it's something.
Eunos is checking out this northeast corner. Might have a hunch over this direction, and it turns out it does not appear that Ganon is going to be in this quadrant.
No, that's the really good thing about searching for Ganon, is just the ability to only have to check so many rooms because of hearing his roar in adjacent spots. Now we're going to see a nice little clip here from Eunos to do that push block. That room is very annoying if you don't block Pip, but does extremely good work with it.
And there's a shutter door that did not open when all the enemies were complete, but it's because it's one of those that are controlled by a push block. So you get to watch Eunos as he's being kind of very picky with how he's going through this level 9. He wants to make sure that there's no unsearched area here.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, over on Paratroopa side, he is digging through this level 2, hoping to find that power bracelet, because he has to figure now that power bracelet is going to be required to find level 3. Unfortunately for him, it's going to require a dive back into level 8.
That is correct, and so Paratroopa is only a couple of screens away from getting where the wand is.
And actually, really good news for Eunos and Paratroopa when he gets here is that there are a lot of solo blue bubble rooms in this level 9. So losing your sword isn't as detrimental as it could possibly be, especially since I haven't seen many red bubbles so far.
This just means that the red bubble is going to be the room that's right next to Ganon.
Always that way, and I hadn't seen any red bubbles for a bit because, sorry about that for a minute, thank you for covering for me, Krim. I might have done a dumb and knocked my glasses off my face and completely lost sight of everything because they broke, so I had to go put some contacts in real quick.
Room with key, shutter door. And, well, we didn't see the room that Zelda was in with that shutter door, but we do get a compass that gives us the answer. And Triforce pickup in level 2 for Paratroopa. Paratroopa is not out of this just yet, but his time is running out, and it's running out fast.
Yeah, I don't know if he's... No, he's coming back over here to Death Mountain, potentially get a check on the magic sword here. And there's that room full of red bubbles you were talking about.
Wow. Nice dodging by Eunos there to keep himself from getting bubbled. They say that runners who run second quest, you learn how to dodge like that. And hi, Patrick. Buy one, Patrick. Get one free.
Can I just not buy any Patras and get any of them free?
Well, we find the path to get to Zelda here, likely. And yep, there's the answer. That is the path to get to Zelda. And we do find one of the 2 items in level 9, the heart container.
I really want that to be a staircase to Ganon.
So did I. Paratroopa does not know where level 3 is. Has not pulled out the power bracelet out of level 8 just yet. Level 3 turning out to be where the magical sword is in second quest.
Yeah, because if I'm correct, Paratroopa still has a couple things to check with the recorder first before he goes full in on needing the power bracelet.
Yeah, he's heading to the Dead Woods right now to find that out, find that information out. So all this time here, Eunos is picking up information out of this level 9, and I would have to assume within the next 2 minutes he's going to find where Ganon is.
I mean, Eunos is a good enough runner. He probably already has a pretty generally good idea of where Ganon is. He just has to get there.
Exactly. And this puts him over here in the southwest corner. And he's patiently waiting. And the Ganon is in the room next to red bubbles.
Go buy a lottery ticket, Rick.
No, it's too late. Here we go. That's 4 hits and 5, and wow, this is decent here. Great stun lock here from Eunos. Got him.
Did you notice about that Ganon?
I really didn't get much of a chance to observe the major principles about that Ganon, considering the fact that the sprite that he's using was on top of it.
I was saying that was only a 12 HP Ganon because, it took 12 hits as opposed to the 15 it normally does.
Yes, and that's the plus or minus 4, but yeah, there'll never be a plus 4 on Ganon. It's always going to be a minus if he turns out to get that part of the shuffle.
Yep, but Eunos definitely knows where he's going and how to get to Zelda. Just has to dodge the Patras, and with the red ring will be absolutely fine.
Yep, he's just got 2 more rooms to go through, and Eunos will be moving on to the final 4 of the elimination bracket to face the winner of Breasticle or Jam Eviler, as he will head through the open door, and he will finish off this seed.
Yeah, and that is going to be an official SRL time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 44 seconds. And Paratroopa has gone ahead and hit the forfeit button in the race, opting to not want to go through and kill more of these Darknuts and Hate. And frankly, I don't blame him.
So get your GGs into the chat there for Eunos. He is, as we mentioned before, moving on in this bracket. And Paratroopa, unfortunately, well, the run comes to an end for the number 41 seed. But a fantastic effort for Paratroopa. Knocked down some very good Titans of this game. So Paratroopa is going to decline the interview. We'll see if we can't get Eunos in here to talk about it, though.
Yes, but while we're doing that, there are 3 more matches that have been scheduled so far. We have one tomorrow night. It's going to be over on Randomania at 9:30. That is going to be in our upper bracket. That is F. Coughlin and Fairwolf. That's going to be, of course, I'm going to say this about all of these matches are going to be amazing coming up.
And just to reiterate, all of these matches now are under the Elite 8 flags, like the flag you just saw right now.
Yep, then the following match after that we're going to have on March 2nd, which is going to be Friday. That's going to be at 10 p.m. That is also a top 4 matchup in the winner's bracket, JSR2 Gamers and RC Drone. And then finally, the last match we have scheduled for this week is a bottom bracket match, Dracados and TA909. That is March 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern.
And we welcome Eunos. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. What's your thoughts about that seed?
I don't know. That wasn't like there were a lot of tough decisions to make there when basically had to have the ladder for almost every level. I guess I'll say that I was getting if the Great Armo screen by level 6 didn't have a level, I was gonna start getting nervous.
Oh, yeah, and that turned out to be where level 7 is. That's where the ladder was, and that helped get you everything else that we really needed in this seed, including the power bracelet, which turned out to be a big trouble there for Paratroopa. How about that level 8 map?
It's terrific, man. You've got, like, the left wing and the upper right wing. I don't know, did anybody get a name for that ink blot shape thingy?
I think our answer was, what the hell's that?
It's like half of Genova.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in the one wing to get the power bracelet.
And then the one
And then
staircase required to get to 4 rooms.
Oh yeah, that was great too. I was cranky because I was really like, yes, come on, let's have a push wall actually matter. And almost, but nope, had to take a staircase.
And then you did find a push wall that did matter, because that's where the power bracelet turned out to be.
Oh, was it through the push wall?
Actually, no, there was the
No.
one single block that wasn't anything. Never mind.
Yeah. Yep, the big T's block. Yeah. No. Oh well. So that had me so cranky that the power bracelet was up in that wing with all those push walls. It didn't matter that I left without the Triforce.
Yeah, what was your thoughts when you walked into 9 and found out that Fraggle Rock is an entrance to death?
I'm like, oh, I didn't finish up 8. So I just checked to make sure that was what it was before I did it.
What am I missing?
Like, this isn't opening. Oh, come on. I'm like, man, the seed like this, you know. I'm just like, oh man, you can't make mistakes. Paratrooper, he's coming. He's right behind me. I swore.
Yeah, he had... Well, I think the biggest thing that he had was bomb issues going through much of this seed. He didn't get to purchase the bomb upgrade that you did, which gave...
we lose Rick, or am I lost?
No, I was waiting for him to come back, but apparently we lost Rick. But what he was saying here is, bomb issues were a thing here in the early going. There were several times, especially in that level 8 early going, where Paratroopa had to come out and get bombs. You picking up that bomb upgrade relatively early on Death Mountain was huge.
Yeah, it was a nice one. There's seemed to me like there were a lot of bombs in the sea, but I did probably get a fair share of drops.
Yeah, absolutely. So with this, you're going to be moving on to the next round. You're going to face the winner of Jam and BT.
Nice.
Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was just looking at the bracket earlier and thought, wow, there's a lot of good people down here. It's gonna be a good time. Jammy's, just really good at Rando, and BT is just really good at Zelda. So, it'll be cool.
So can we play this clip back when they both have 2-hour seeds because it's trolly as hell?
I guess. I'm not in charge of that.
I'm not either, but I just want to, make sure we have this clip on standby.
Right on.
All right, but I think, unfortunately, I think we've lost Rick for the remainder of this, and I don't have any other questions. Anything else you'd like to say before we get on out of here, Eunos?
No, thanks. Thanks for commentating the restream, and good luck to Paratroopa. I mean, he's out of the tournament, but good luck to other stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Well, thanks. I gotta pee.
You go do that. The bathroom's always at the end of 9. Just remember that. So with that, that's going to pretty much do it for us here in the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. Big shout outs to all of our people behind the scenes who made this possible. Of course, our restreamer Fiesel and the entire Speed Gaming family of networks. Crimson Avix, who was our tracker, who stepped in for me for a minute when I had to go put my eyes in. Of course, our Adirondack Rick, my broadcast partner, who apparently we have lost for the foreseeable future. I'm hoping it's just an internet spike, and he'll be back with us the next time we have a wonderful race. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure you follow both of our runners. That is twitch.tv/EunosXX and twitch.tv/Paratroopa1. So on behalf of all of them, I am the Green Leaf Effect, reminding everybody to, of course, keep hailing. Have a great night, everyone.